We sat together at one summer's end, that beautiful mild woman, your close friend, and you and I, and talked of poetry. I said, a line will take us hours maybe, yet if it does not seem like a moment's thought, our stitching on unstitching has been naught. Better to get down upon your marrow bones and scrub the kitchen pavement or break stones like an old pauper in all kinds of weather. For to articulate sweet sounds together is to work harder than all of these, and yet be thought an idler by that noisy set of bankers, schoolmasters and clergymen the martyrs call the world. The woman then murmured with her young voice, for his mild sake there's many a body shall face much heartache in finding that it is young and mild and low. There's one thing that all we women know, although we never heard of it at school, that we must labour to be beautiful. I said, I'm certain there's no fine thing since Adam's fall, but needs much labouring. There have been lovers who thought that love was so much compounded of high courtesy that they would sigh and quote with learned looks precedents out of beautiful old books, and yet now it seems an idle trade enough. We sat quiet at the name of love. We saw the last embers of daylight die, and in the trembling blue-green of the sky, a moon, worn as if it was a shell, washed by time's waters as they rose and fell about the stars, and broke into days and years. I had a thought for no one's but your ears, that you were beautiful, and I strove to love you in the old high way of love, that we seemed happy, and yet we've grown as weary-hearted as that hollow moon.
The sun shines for you, he said. The day we were lying among the rhododendron and hopehead in the grey tweed suit and his straw hat, yes. The day I got him to propose to me, yes. Of course I gave him a bit of sea kick out of me mouth, and it was leap year like now, yes. 16 years ago. My God. After that first kiss, I nearly lost me breath, yes. He said I was a flower of the mountain. Yes. So, we are all flowers. All a woman's body. Yes. And that was one true thing he said in his life. The sun shines for you today. Yes. That was why I liked him. Because I saw he understood or felt what a woman is. And I knew it could always get round. I gave him all the pleasure I could, leading him on until he asked me to say yes. And I wouldn't answer first when he looked out over the sea and the sky. I was thinking of so many things. And the sea, crimson sometimes, like fire. Oh, and the glorious sunsets and the fig trees in the Alameda Gardens, yes. And all the queer little streets and the pink and blue and yellow houses and the rose gardens and the jessamine and the geraniums and the cactuses and Gibraltar as a girl, where I was a flower of the mountain, yes. And how I put the rose in my hair like the Andalusian girls used. Or shall I wear a red? Yes. Oh, and how he kissed me under the Moorish wall. And I thought, well, as well him as another. So I asked him with me eyes. And then he did ask, would I? Yes, say yes, me mountain flower. And first I put my arms round him. Yes. And drew him down to me so he could feel me breasts all perfume, yes. And his heart was going like mad. Yes. And yes, I said, yes, I will. Yes.